Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the 2019 Annual General Meeting for BBS UK. My name is Richard. I have BBS 1 myself, and I'm the current chairman for the board. And I'd now like to pass the mic down the table so all the other trustees and they can introduce themselves to you and tell you what roles they do. Thank you very much.
Morning, my name's Abby. I'm currently the secretary at BBS UK and will be standing for treasurer. My daughter Jessica is 19 and she has BBS.
Hello, my name is Laura. I'm currently treasurer and I will be standing today, hopefully, for vice chair. And I have a daughter, aged 26. I can just see over the head and hands. She has the syndrome.
Hello, my name's Diane Hand. I'm one of the trustees, and my son George has BBS and he's 22.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I have BBS 1 myself. I'm a trustee and I'm standing today for secretary.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a trustee and I am mum to Tom, 22, and Katie, 20, who both have BBS.
Hello, I'm Stefan. I'm currently Vice Chairman and I'm standing for Chairman. I'm also adult contact, if anyone's any adults, and also drop into the London clinics.
Hi there, I'm Christian. I'm one of the current trustees. I have 1 year left to run and have BBS 1.
Hello, I'm Judith. I've been an observer for the last year and hoping to become a trustee today. I'm grandmother to 2, Bradley, who has BBS 1 and he's 12, and Jessie, who is just 7, and she also has the syndrome.
Thank you, everyone. Have we got any apologies for today? No. Okay, excellent. So I'll now move on to the next item on the agenda, which is matters arising.
So during voting, if you're a family with 1 or more children with the syndrome, you're entitled to 2 votes, so please raise 2 hands. And if you're an adult with the syndrome, you're entitled to 1 vote, so please raise 1 hand. If you're a speaker, professional, representative from another organisation or a non-member delegate, you're not entitled to vote during the elections.
So the next item on the agenda is the minutes from last year's AGM.
So the minutes of the last AGM, held on the 21st of April 2018 of Bardet-Biedl Syndrome UK, have previously been circulated, and the trustees have confirmed them to be a true record of proceedings. Could I ask Stefan to propose?
Yeah,
Diane, could you say? Thank you.
So next item is the reports, and Diane Hand has very kindly said that she'll read my chairman's report on my behalf. So thank you very much, Diane.
So this is the final chairman's report for 2018. The charity has had another busy year planning, organising and supporting our various projects and events, and in raising awareness of our syndrome. The charity continues to develop, and the trustees are very proud of its progress in strengthening its governance, finance and fundraising activities. I would like to thank all the volunteers who gave up their time to give support at last year's conference, the speakers for giving up their time to come and deliver some very interesting and valued talks to our members, the delegates who attended and made the 2018 conference a very enjoyable time and experience for everyone, and to the staff at the Hilton Hotel who ensured that everyone was well supported, welcomed and looked after while staying at their hotel. The 2018 conference was deemed a great success, with new and old members attending, with a wealth of information and advice available and good times had by all. To the new families who attended last year, I hope that you enjoyed and got a lot out of your first conference, and I hope it was the first of many for your family. I would like to thank the staff, honorary officers, trustees and observers on the committee for all their input, hard work and contribution to the charity over the last year. At this year's AGM, Laura Dowswell is stepping down from her role as Treasurer, and Abby Geeson is stepping down as Secretary. I would like to thank them both for all the hard work they have done whilst in these roles for BBS UK. I, Richard Zimbler, am stepping down as BBS UK Chairman and also as a BBS UK Trustee. I have been on the Board of Trustees for 10 years and feel it is time to leave and let someone else come onto the board to help take our charity further into the future. The charity had its third adult social weekend in 2018, and this was attended by 30 people, which included both BBS adults and support staff. We are already planning to organise our fourth adult social weekend for later this year. The family activity weekend was a great success and was attended by 25 people. Next year there will be another activity weekend, and this will again be held at Whitemoor Lakes Activity Centre. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the volunteers for giving their support at our events and for their help throughout the year, as without you it wouldn't be possible for these to be as accessible as they are to our members. We continue to be active in raising awareness of Bardet-Biedl syndrome, and this has entailed attending various different events such as the Rare Disease Days in London and Birmingham and Sight Village in Leeds. The clinics are being well attended, with numbers continuing to grow and networks between patients being formed. I would like to thank all the volunteers and clinicians at all the hospitals for the continued smooth running of the multidisciplinary clinics. I would also like to thank Tonya, Angela and Amy for their hard work, dedication, support and smooth running of all the clinics and support services, and for all their dedicated support to the Board of Trustees and charity projects as well. Our financial position continues to strengthen. We have made good progress with the CIO conversion, and the Board of Trustees has recently recruited a new Development and Administration Officer, Rebecca Perfect, who will support the charity with its governance and development. The Board of Trustees has also recruited a fundraising officer, Christine Saxon, who will further develop our fundraising initiatives. I would like to finish by thanking all the members, their friends, families and the public for making such a big effort with all the fundraising that you do throughout the year, and for the donations, as without your support, many of the services that we provide wouldn't be able to carry on in the way they do. Thank you, Richard.
Okay, so Treasury Report for financial year ending 31st of March 2018, and you should already have a copy of the accounts in your information pack. So income during 2018 was £97,945 compared to £51,217 in 2017. 2018 saw an unprecedented year of fundraising in which donations of £72,875 were received, compared to 20,808 in the previous year. Yeah. We will be hearing a little bit more about that later on this afternoon. Expenditure during 2018 was £63,298 compared to £40,238 in 2017. The increase in expenditure was due to several reasons. We did more social and family weekend activity, we've employed admin officer and the cost of a new website. Core expenditure remains well controlled, although the cost of the annual conference is the largest item of expenditure. Last year, £13,785, and naturally the costs rise each year. At the end of 2018, the charity had total funds of £116,748. Of this, £7,466 is restricted and relates to specific grants which will be spent during 2019. A realistic and prudent budget has been set for 2019, which will enable the core activities and objectives of the charity to be carried out. But as ever, trustees are mindful of the uncertainty of the future financial situation. Last year, we spoke about the need for the charity to build up reserves to ensure its long-term sustainability. The need still remains and is one of the priorities. Apart from the grant, which is restricted for a specific project, The charity receives no external funding and relies solely on the committed and ongoing support of its members. The committee would like to take this opportunity to offer huge thanks and extend our appreciation to all our regular donors and those that freely give up their time to fundraise. And you've probably all seen our merchandise stall out in reception, and this year for the first time we can take card payments. We've got a card reader, so no excuses. So we do have a reserves policy. So charity funds at 31st of December 2018 were 116,748. We've got restricted funds of 7,466. And we've got designated fund, which is for our committed expenditure in 2019. So we've got just over 15,000 for this annual family weekend, 8,700 for adults activities, 8,700 for children's activity weekend, 12,000 for staff costs, 35,000 is going to the research fund, which leaves general funds of £29,689, which is free reserves. In early 2018, trustees of the charity reviewed the reserves policy and decided that free reserves should be sufficient to cover 6 months' ongoing costs. In 2019, these costs are budgeted at 102,778, less the 87,059 designated fund, which leaves 29,689 for the full year. The reserves at the end of 2018 available as general funds would represent in excess of 12 months' expenditure, and therefore trustees consider the current level of reserves to be adequate. And trustees have approved the 2018 annual report, but we just need a vote is required for approval of the 2018 accounts. So all in favour, raise your hand. Thank you. And all against, raise your hand. Thank you. And I am around this afternoon if anybody's got any questions, wants to talk about the finances. Thank you.
So last year we had quite an in-depth voting for the CIO conversion, and I'm just going to give you a brief update today. We've worked very hard throughout the year on converting the charity structure, and in December 2018 the trustees were delighted to receive approval from the Charity Commission for the new CIO. Bardet-Biedl syndrome UK will be registered in England and Wales, and the new charity number is in the delegate packs. The CIO will become active in 2019, and trustees will continue to set up the finance facilities and renew the membership of the new organisation. In your delegate bags with the new membership forms, it's very important that we get you to fill these out. So anyone here this weekend, please do fill them out and return them to the reception desk. We're not able to transfer membership from our current charity to our new charity. So we obviously want to make sure that everyone who's current members remains members, and anyone that does want to sign up is more than welcome to. So any professionals, anyone from outside organisations, and anyone who is linked to BBS who isn't a current member, please do sign up. If you want extra copies, they will be available at reception. Thank you.
So the next item on the agenda is the independent examiner, which is Laura again.
So BBS UK would like to propose that Michael Bannister of Fraser Bannister Financials Limited to act as our independent examiner for the coming financial year. A vote is required to approve the independent examiner. So all in favour, please raise your hand. Thank you. And all against, raise your hand. Okay. Having said that, BBS UK would like to review the independent examiner service, and during 2019 we'll be undertaking this review. If BBS UK considers we should change provider, we would like to ask members to authorise us to make this change at any time, if required. All in favour, raise your hand. Thank you. And all against, raise your hand. Thank you.
So it's now election of the committee. One half of our membership shall retire annually, but shall be eligible for re-election. The members so to retire being those who have been longest in office since the last election, but not reckoning ex-officio officers members. Emma Oates and Diana Hand are therefore retiring during this AGM. Of the current committee members, Christian Bolton Edinburgh has a further year to serve of his current term. Diane Hand is eligible and has agreed to stand for re-election.
All in favour of Diane Hand being re-elected, please raise your hand. Anyone against? Raise your hand. No.
Emma Oates is eligible and has agreed to stand for re-election also.
All in favour of Emma Oates being re-elected, please raise your hand. Excellent. Anyone against? Please raise your hand.
And Judith Aylott has been an observer over the last year and has been nominated and is eligible to stand for election.
So, please raise your hand for electing Judith onto the trustee. Everyone anyone in favour, please raise your hand. Anyone against?
We've also had 3 members come forward who would like to observe during 2019, and should they all be elected and then we have no further resignations, we would actually be a full board. But we'd obviously like to hear from anyone that is interested in joining the trustee committee. So please do get in contact with us over the weekend and come and speak with us. Thank you.
So next to be elected is the honorary officer positions.
So as we heard, Richard Zimbler is our current chairman, but he'll be retiring from the board. And we wish to thank Richard for his support and dedication to the charity over the last 7 years. Stephen Crocker, vice chairman, is eligible and has agreed to stand as chairman. Laura Dowswell, treasurer, is eligible and has agreed to stand as vice chair. Myself, Abby Geeson, currently secretary, is eligible and has agreed to stand as treasurer. And Rachel Foley is currently a trustee and is eligible and has agreed to stand as secretary. No further nominations have been received for the honorary positions, and therefore we can be re-elected unopposed.
So if we could, all those in favour of these positions being filled, please raise your hand. And anyone against, please raise your hand. Excellent. So now we move on to the next item on the agenda. Is there any other business from any of the trustees?
Just like to give you a thank you gift, Richard, because obviously you've been with us such a long time. There's just a bottle in front of you with a bag, and it is a lovely bottle of spiced rum, which apparently is your favourite. We will miss you terribly, and I know that you're going to still be involved volunteering for us, won't you?
I will, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, that's very kind. Yeah, I've been on the board for a long time, and I just feel it's the right time to come off and just let someone else come on who might give fresh ideas into the board of trustees and just have a break. And yeah, thank you for all the trustees I've become friends with over the years of being on the board. Thank you for all your support through the years, and I look forward to hearing all about what's going to be next for BBS in the future. So thank you very much, and yeah, thank you. So is there any other business from anyone else, or is that it? Okay, so with that being said, I'd like to thank everyone and close the annual general meeting for 2019.